To the best swing trading channel on YouTube. I hope you guys are all having a great and amazing day today. Now in today's video, today's live stream, we are going to be talking about swing trading. This is going to be more of a step-by-step tutorial on how to get started, some of the stocks that I'm looking at. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoy this. If you guys do, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, a couple of things. We have a brand new swing trading course where we talk about strategies, my mindset, how I trade, how I find stocks, all that stuff. I'll put it down below. I put it in the chat so you guys can check it out. As well as we have a brand new swing trading ebook, which is super exciting. So make sure you guys check that out as well. So I'm just going to make sure we are good to go and there's no hiccups in the live stream here, just because sometimes you guys know the last thing I want to do is start talking and have my audio be messed up or my camera be messed up, but it does look like we are good to rock and roll here. So I have those links down here so you guys can check them out. So what do I look for? For a trade, for swing trading here? So one of the more important things that I look at is trends. Trends are very important. So like looking at this stock here, you guys can see we have this beautiful upward trend where the stock just pretty much goes from the lower left-hand side all the way up to the upper right-hand side. That's a upward trend. Now, when looking at the stock more clearly, you guys will start looking at these lines. The red line represents the 200-day moving average line. The blue line represents the 90-day moving average line. The great thing about these is they're one trend indicator, so you can look at it and just get a general idea of the trend. The second thing that these act as are support and resistance lines. So looking at it, you guys can see that it actually comes in contact in the past and uses these as resistance, right? You guys will see it hits it several times. Yeah, we'll look at BLNK here in a sec. What's up, guys? What's up, Tracy? What's up, guys? So looking at this one here, you guys will see it breaks out, and now it's starting to use these old resistance lines as support lines. So you guys will see it breaks out, and now it's starting to use these as support. So recently what we've seen is a breakdown down to that 90-day moving average line, which could be a support for ticker symbol CWAN. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in. If I hopped in near and around this 1953, I would set my stop loss below this candle wick down here, pretty much at about 9 or 8, we could call it about 18.95. So I'm risking about 60 cents to possibly have the stock go up to about in the 20s. So I'm risking 60 cents for it to possibly make $1, which is almost a 2-to-1 risk and reward. But if this stock squeezes out to other resistance all the way up here, now it's a 2-to-1 risk and reward, which is absolutely fantastic. So this one here is another one on my watch list, and it's ticker symbol CWAN. So I threw it on my watch list, and we'll see what happens with this one here. You guys wanted me to look at BLNK, blink charging. So blink charging here does look relatively decent, actually. One of the things to be concerned about with this one, obviously, talking about trends. What's the general trend of BLNK? We had that downward trend. So we do have a little more selling pressure compared to buying pressure. But as we zoom in, you guys will see that recently what this has formed is some pretty hard support here at about $2.78. You guys will see it used it in the past as support. Now it's almost coming in contact with it. So we could see a possible move from this 290 mark to this resistance at about $3.70. One thing you have to be mindful of, though, is looking at it. You guys will see it does have some support down here as well. So a good strategy too, if you're getting worried that the support could be lower, what you could do is average into this trade. Pretty much what you do is you buy like every day. So the good thing about it is if that's just say BLNK sells off back down from 290 to 259 or even 230, what you do is you're now averaging in on this trade. So once it recovers or once it pops up again, now your average cost is a lot lower. But yeah, there could be a definite, pretty solid move here. The only thing that obviously we don't like is just that trend, but it does look like it's starting to flatten out a little bit, which you could trade for sure. But yeah, BLNK, yeah, I'll throw I'll throw it on my watch list and we'll see what happens with this one here. All right, another one that I was looking at here was ticker symbol VNET. VNET has heavy support near and around $2.70 or $2.70. You guys will see it hits it several times in the past, right? Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, now recently 7 times. So we could see a move from, 270 up to this resistance at about $3. You could set your stop loss pretty much below. I would call these at about 259 in this range. So you're risking 10 cents to possibly make upwards of 50 cents, which would be a solid risk and reward. But VNET does look pretty solid. Very similar to BLNK. We just have this little more downward trend than I would obviously like. But the good thing about it is in 2023, you guys will see that it pretty much was a flat stock. It really didn't have too much volatility. Has resistance up here, more resistance on that 90-day moving average line. So there easily could be this trade, from $2.70 to $3. Very similar to BLNK for sure. Another one here that we were looking at was NVO. You guys know that we recently traded this near and around 95. But recently, this thing was using old resistance. I wanted to show you guys what we see a lot that's very, very often with swing trading and trading in general is old resistance acting as new support. So you guys will see the resistance for NVO was near and around 102, right? It hits it once, twice, 3 times, and then 4 times. We had this little breakout right here, curled in, hit that support, and now has rallied up, which showing you old resistance has a tendency to act as new support if we get that breakout. So, which was an absolute great trade that we did earlier this month. Another one here that we traded earlier this month was LI. Stock went from $33 all the way up to $38, which was a great move. You guys will see it still kind of bouncing around in between the 290-day moving average line, which anytime you have that, you guys will see that it does have this tendency when it trades in between to kind of get that sell-off. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a little more sell-off back down to these 33 levels. But for me to hop in on this trade, what I would like, pretty much what I would like to buy it at, let me go ahead and we'll change this here. I want to do this. If I was going to hop in, on this one here, let me move it. What is going on? I would try to get it obviously near and around this 130 mark right on this trend line, just because the stock does have a tendency of trading on it. You guys will see that it used it as resistance, recently used it as support. Now it's kind of using it again and again and again. So for me to hop in, I would be near and around $33, but it was a great trade here. I'm excited to see where this one goes. But yeah, so what I look for when swing trading, obviously trends are very important. I always like a stock that has an upward trend rather than a downward trend. We do trade stocks though with a downward trend. One of the things that I do personally is set my stop loss just a little tighter, just because if a stock has a tendency to get a lot more sell-off, I'm gonna set my stop just a little tighter, because if it does break out and start selling off, my stop loss is tight. So yeah. Another one here was NR. This one here we actually are pretty much about to get stopped out, right? We're not 100% with our trades. No trader is. But you guys will see had a tendency of getting support on this line. Got it buying pressure, once, twice, 3 times, recently 4 times. This thing did squeeze up. We were up, 3%, 2% earlier this week on it. Probably should have just taken our profit with our small account, but starting to get some sell off. Stop loss is going to be near and around the 640 mark. So if it does sell off, we'll be out 2-3%. Not a big deal at all. But yeah, you can't be perfect. And that's one of the things with trading is no trader's 100%. That's why having solid risk management skills, automatically knowing where your stop loss is, your profits are very, very, very important to minimize your risk. If you're trading stocks that have a 2-to-1, 3-to-1 risk and reward, eventually you'll have a loser, maybe 2, 3, and it's all about understanding your stop loss and making sure you're not letting them squeeze out. But for me now to hop back in, I would try to get it around that 200-day moving average line. But yeah, nothing I did wrong. This one here, very kind of similar here. What we've seen, heavy support near and around 1360. Hit it recently. We did sell it at that 200-day moving average line, which has a tendency of using it as resistance in the past. So we're out on this. For me to hop back in, obviously, would be back near and around probably 1353. I want to show you guys very similar to how I did with the other one here. Well, what I would do, boom. Something like that. So for me to hop back in would be near and around 1357 for XPEV, but decent trade, basic support, basic resistance of the moving average lines. That's why it's always smart to take your profit. A lot of people yell at me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, Carter, why didn't you hold? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that?" Well, I've never lost money taking profit. And so if I'm up, I feel confident I made some money, I'll take profit, or I'll do a trailing stop loss. One of the two, which trailing stop loss, you're just moving up your stop loss. Instead of losing money on a trade, with your stopped out, the stock's going up. What you're doing is you're just bringing up that stop loss. So if it does get sell off, you just get stopped out. It's an easy way to hold a position that's starting to squeeze out, and you just have it set in stone where you're going to sell and take that money. Another one here was ticker symbol UROY, support on that 200-day moving average line. We'll see what happens with this one. I don't like this downward trend in the past month. As well as it's starting to fall below these moving average lines. But the 200 is acting as pretty hard support as of recently. So, we'll see what happens. Old resistance acting as new support. You guys will see old resistance here. New support up here. So, we'll see. Two more. PLTR here, Palantir. You guys know we traded recently this month. But looking at it here, we'll go ahead and draw out some of these lines. You guys will see we could have a little trade on one of these trend lines. Hopefully we could get in. We already missed the boat, but there could be a move from 1640 up to like 18. That would be the move. Resistance obviously at 17, but it would be great to get it to squeeze up. Take a look at my recent video. Sounds good. I'll take a look. But well, yeah, that's great. You're up 16%. Can you check SoFi? Yeah, let's pull it up. I know SoFi got annihilated actually the other day, so there could be a trade. I really haven't looked at it. You guys will see it just got crushed down. Where I think it got downgraded actually, which anytime a company does that, 824 as support. Yeah, for sure. 824 as support, that 90-day moving average, 90-day moving average line for sure could be a move from $8.50, possibly. Obviously, we have resistance up here at 9. So it could be a move from 850 to 9. Obviously, it has had tendencies of squeezing up higher, but that would be the hardest resistance at about $9. But I do like how we're starting to get this little reversal. You guys can see. It broke out and then kind of rallied up. Let me delete this so you guys can see it a little clearer. So broke out of this trend. You guys will see it squeezed out, traded on that trend line, hit that 90-day moving average line, and squeezed up. And then we just got some sell-off back down to that 90-day moving average line. Yes. But 824, yeah, right on that support, right on that 90-day moving average line. If you did get a position at 824, that was a great trade. Setting your stop loss pretty much. You could set up below that 90-day moving average line and be good all day. But yeah. Another one here. Obviously, you guys know we're holding Disney. You guys know I've been in this trade for a minute now. Honestly, I was thinking about selling just to take my profit and move it somewhere else. But I'm up so much that the only probably reason I would sell is if we get a breakout of the 90-day moving average line at 88. I hopped in at 82. We were up handsomely at 96. Now it's starting to get some sell-off. Looking at this chart here, you guys will, this chart here, used these moving average lines in the past, you know, as some support. So that's why I hopped in. It was a great trade. But yeah, so trends, in my opinion, very important. Check out my course, and you guys can use code YouTube for 20% off. So check it out. As well as if you guys are already in the chat or in the group chat, or yeah, the group chat and the course, there is the swing trading ebook in there. You just got to go down all the way to the bottom, and it'll be down there. And it kind of just breaks down things a little more clearer. Yeah, and it's great. It's great. So check it out. But let me know if you guys have any questions. As of right now, it was a great day today. You guys will see here. We're getting a little volatility in the market here. The NASDAQ, some more tech stocks are going to be down today. As well as the S&P is up a little bit. So a little volatile. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I love Moomoo. I'm not sure if you guys know, I'm a huge Moomoo guy. So this is the broker I use. I think they're absolutely fantastic. There's a link down below for them, so check them out. But let me know if you guys have any questions before we head out for the weekly live stream. And I was thinking of going live maybe twice a week, maybe on Mondays. Let me know if you guys think Mondays and Thursdays work well for you guys, because I want to maybe do one where we start the week, and then as we finish the week, we can kind of see where some of our trades happened. But yeah, let me know. So guys, we'll end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, if you guys missed any of this video, you guys can always come back and rewatch it, as well as if you're in the course, I always save all the live streams in the bottom where it says last live stream. You guys can check it out there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out my course, my ebook, all that stuff, and we'll see you guys later, guys. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great holiday. Wow, that's incredible. You watched me from Bangladesh. That's awesome. Take care, guys. Hope you guys had a great rest of your day.